A little weird.
Yeah, right now we're joined by Ryan Darcy. Ryan Darcy, associate producer. This is an historic moment for On the Spot.
So I hear.
You are the first person to bring a Wii to our set, and we appreciate it with Metal Slug Anthology.
I feel privileged, man. I feel privileged.
Well, welcome. Let's now, obviously the Wii controller is presenting people with all kinds of opportunities when they make games, and Metal Slug is no different. How many different controller configurations do you have for this game?
There's 6 different controller configurations.
And how many different Metal Slug games are in this anthology?
There's 7 different Metal Slug games.
So you can practically play each game differently.
Yes.
Than when you play Metal Slug 6. Now, what are the before we start showing off the controller? What are the 7 games?
All right. So you got Metal Slug 1, 2, and X, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 6 has never been released in the U.S. before, so this is its debut.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Nice. So you're going to be playing 6 with the Wii controller.
For sure.
Awesome. No pressure. Let's go.
All right, so first off, we got to choose it. So there we go. We'll load it up.
So make sure we'll get some nice shots of your hands while you're doing this. Hopefully you cleaned them.
Yeah. I clipped my nails and everything.
We're all hand models now.
Exactly.
Like, here's the PS3. Here's this. Here's this.
So you notice I got the little safety strap on here so you don't drop it and break the controller. And okay, so in 6 you actually have an easy and hard mode. We'll go for the hard because I'm practicing. I think I'm pretty good by now.
Nice.
And so those are the 4 normal characters, and we've got 2 more characters, and it's 2 characters from Akari Warriors actually, Ralph and Clark. So I'll go ahead and choose Ralph.
Nice.
So right now the controller configuration I have is called Wii Remote, and that's the default control configuration for the game when you first load up Metal Slug. So the way it works is much like an old school Nintendo controller where you use the D-pad to move around, and then the 2 buttons on the right, the 1 and 2 buttons you use to shoot and jump. So it's a really easy controller just to step into and go ahead and play Metal Slug and destroy lots of baddies. So
like you do.
Yeah. The one thing that utilizes the Wii sensors is the grenade throw. You perform the grenade throw by you can go ahead and flick the controller and you toss a grenade out. So
Can you do it one more time?
yeah, sure.
All right.
So you just go ahead and go like this, throw a grenade, and don't get hit by the tank. And, or you can tap it on your finger like that if you want to do it real quick.
Do that again? Nice. Okay.
Just like that, yeah. And
so is that all going to be in the manual, or these pro tricks that you figured out over the course of the game?
We don't give techniques, but we tell you how to play the game.
Cool.
So we at least give you that. I'll go ahead and switch up the controls real quick, show you something else. So you go into the game options here, control options, player 1.
GameCube controller.
Yeah, you can also hook up the GameCube controller to the Wii and go ahead and play it with that. So that's another simple basic control.
That's 7 options.
No, that's one of the 6.
That's one of the
okay.
6. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right, so here's one that utilizes a lot more of the Wii special controls. So I'll go ahead and save that. And this one is called the tilt controller, right? So the way it works is I tilt the control in the direction I want to go. And, if there we go, I died.
No one saw it. They were too busy looking at the hands.
Yeah, so if this makes me go left, this makes me go right, press the up button to jump, and
This one seems a little harder.
yeah, it's a little bit more difficult to master. I've had some time with it, and still, it's definitely easier to go ahead and jump in with the regular Wii default control scheme. But
this is fun.
It's still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's especially for the hardcore Metal Slug fans. I mean, dudes who've been playing this game since 1996 when it first came out. It's a whole new way to approach it. A whole new angle of interactivity that they can try to approach Metal Slug with. So
now 6 has some other new features like target locking or something like that.
there's
right?
no target locking.
Okay.
One of the things it does have is the weapon stock system.
Right.
And you'll notice the 2 empty black boxes in the lower left corner right there. Those will fill up with weapon power-ups when I eventually get them. And then you can swap through them and pick whatever you want to use. So you can always use your pistol and then whatever 2 weapon pickups you have.
So it doesn't
Ryan
automatically overwrite whatever you have.
Right. As you can
in
see,
hand.
I just picked up a machine gun, so that H is right down there in the box.
Cool.
So all right. So we've seen this. That was control scheme number 3.
Right.
All right.
Let's check out another one.
Number 4.
This one's going to use the nunchuck as well. It's actually called nunchuck control stick, so got to go ahead and plug this in.
And it doesn't mind, they just plug it in like that?
No, you go ahead and do
totally
that.
knows?
It's totally
Alright.
cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Exit back out. All right, so the way this one works is I'm using my left hand on the nunchuck stick to control all the movement, right? And then on my right hand, I've got the fire button with the B button on the back, and then A button makes you jump. So...
and then it's still a shake for grenades?
Yeah, it's still a shake for grenades. And
cool.
You can see I just picked up a slug here, so if I go ahead and actually throw a grenade, it's going to shoot out a cannon.
That's crazy train.
Yeah, it's a little excessive, but that's
That's what the game's for.
Metal Slug, man.
Come on now, it's got to be excessive. All right, so that's control scheme. That's control scheme number 4.
Right.
I like this one. This one seems good.
Yeah, this is another really easy one to pick up and go ahead and play. Let's check another one.
Was that 4? There's so many.
Yeah, that's 4.
Okay.
Another one very similar to nunchuck control stick is nunchuck only.
Whoa.
And this one's for the lazy person. You go ahead and you just use your left hand, and that's it. It's got the movement, the firing, and the jumping all in one hand. Metal Slug 6 is the only game in the series that has 2 extra buttons to switch weapon because you have the weapon stock system, and then also the alternate attack. So, which I haven't actually showed you yet, so I can go ahead and jump out of this thing. And if you hold down the alternate attack button and then hit fire, you'll go ahead and
die.
First you get killed, and then you can show off what you're trying to show. All right, so you hold. There we go. Alternate attack button. I think you just missed the melee attack, but here we go. So,
nice.
Yeah, you go ahead and just plow through your enemy, and your fists explode for obvious reasons.
And the other dude
not
does
gonna waste any time
the other dude does the sweet backbreaker, right?
Clark also has his own special melee attack. So yeah.
All right, Ryan Davis. Well, before we move on to was that number 5 we just saw? We have one left. Is that right?
Yeah,
Maybe?
the last one, which is
okay. You switch to that, and then we'll go to
Okay.
Ryan Davis for some questions. It's called Arcade.
Yeah, it's called Arcade. So the way this works is that you take the Wii remote, right, and this is basically your arcade stick, and you tilt it to the left, you move left, tilt it to the right, you move right, back, and you duck, and up, you point up, and then over here is your firing, and then also your jumping.
For the true arcade experience.
Exactly.
That's completely crazy.
Isn't it?
It's totally mind-blowing.
So you hold. So
And
you're
then
pretending.
the grenade is also flicking the nunchuck. So.
How did you guys think of all this?
Well, we first got this project and we were all really excited about it because that was our first chance to get our hands on a Wii and develop for it. So, we got our designers together in the company and a few other people who were interested in giving ideas. And we came up with about 10 ideas to start with and wound up with the 6 that you see right now. So.
Was there anything even crazier than the arcade one that you can tell us about, or are these trade secrets that you're going to use?
I can't remember anything specific that worth mentioning, but yeah, there were some ones that, we found just didn't work. And, that's going to happen in the beginning stages with developing the Wii because we're all trying to figure out what's the best way to use this stuff. So.
Ryan Davis, you have any Metal Slug questions?
I have a ton.
Hit us.
Brock Peterson from Kennewick, Washington asks, are the Akari Warriors hidden unlockables, or are they playable, selectable from the start?
No, they're right. You can select them right from the start.
But only in 6?
But only in 6, yes.
Ryan Davis?
Harry Hansard from York, Great Britain asks, can you use the Virtual Console Classic controller instead of tilting the Wii remote on its side?
I'm not sure exactly what that is.
There's
the classic
the
controller?
retro controller or whatever. They've got the GameCube, and then there's also some other controller they're going to do.
For the Wii? I'm not actually sure. I don't think it's compatible with it right now. I mean, it's not in the options, so, this is a near final build. It's not finished completely yet, but we don't really have plans to support that right now.
Ryan Davis?
Chris Lynch-Hahn from Dublin, Ireland asks, is it easier than the arcade, like per level saves, or do you die and go back to the start of the game?
That's actually a good question because, we went ahead and implemented different play modes, so we can let the casual gamers or mainstream gamers, play and enjoy everything that Metal Slug has to offer just as much as hardcore fans can. So there's 4 different options. There's 10 continue, 20, 30, and unlimited. And, every time you beat the game, you get some tokens, and you can spend these tokens to buy unlockable things, or not buy, but, just unlock things, like, special art and music tracks. But if you play the limited continue modes, you unlock other things that are only available in limited continue modes, like an interview with the original Metal Slug team, original Tonko art that was created just for this game, and some other special music tracks. So.
Nice. Ryan Davis, one last question.
Sure. Nick Rattano from Berlin, Connecticut asks the biggie, when is the game coming out?
It's release or near release, and it's coming out for $39.99, priced well below most of the other games. So, great impulse buy if you're looking
Now,
to
supplies
to expand your Wii collection as soon as you get it. So,
Very cool. Well, thank you for coming by, Ryan.
No problem.
The game is Metal Slug Anthology. If you want to leave that Wii behind, it's cool. Look
Yeah, I don't
next to the
know. I don't
PlayStation 3 that Jeff just put in his pants. No?
we'll see if we can clone one for you.
Thank you, Ryan. Standing by right now.